I know for a lot of trans people, we often look back and think like, oh, I knew from such a young age, but we come out much, much later a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So hearing how your kids are able to experience that from young ages, I think a lot of the sort of transphobic language is often around like, oh, kids don't know what they want, and or the idea that something's being forced on them. They're woke teachers or something like that. I even got that from my family. It's like, who are you hanging around with that might have made this happen? And I'm just thinking like, did you not spend all of my childhood with me? Like,
I
you
know it.
should be
I
the
know
least surprised of
it.
anybody.
Right.
Um, so I know that side of things can come up, the idea of kids don't know what they want, but at the same time, like, so I love that insistency, persistency, consistency, because
Mhm.
it's so important. I mean, I know, especially as a parent, you know that there's so much other wonderful things about your kids that have nothing to do with identity
Yep.
and sexuality.
Yep.
But for those of us that have to be in one box that we don't fit in, it can be just a lot of little miserables like throughout our lives. And I think something else that's important about what you said too is keeping this kind of looseness around it, because what you don't want to do is, okay, my assigned male at birth child now identifies as female, so now let's put them in this box. So now hair always has to be long, like just the
Right.
opposite, because
Right.
that's a different level of restriction. You'd want them to be able to be like, if it did happen a few years later, they're like, you know what, actually, I feel a little bit more in this space. It
Yep.
can be a really beautiful thing, having some fluidity there. But
Yeah. Well,
yeah, that's just so interesting.